open the gate.
No, it's dangerous. It's dangerous. Don't open the gate.
No,
Don't.
she's done it.
It's so dark. It's dark. The dark.
Only the dead may cross.
Only the dead may cross
Only
into
the
hell.
dead may cross.
Truth? Anyone?
There is no one here but me.
Not you.
Did you think that I would let you go? That you lost me back in the wilds? I will never let you go. You can't get rid of me. I am your shadow. And I will be watching when you draw your last dying gasp.
I'm not ready to die.
You will be when you see what they did to your dear beloved.
Damien!
In this waking nightmare, where all dreams come true, you searched for control, a way to pull through. When you were in love, you left him in tears, to smother your furies and banish your fears. But in darkness they came, through stormy black seas they raided these shores. Do you still hear his screams? And now that you're home, he's so far away. They've taken his soul. To these gods you cannot pray. They can break you, but not your promise. Even death won't keep you apart. Through his darkness you will find him. In your sword still beats a heart. You fought for love unspoilt by your darkness within. You fought for your dreams. Now there's no way to win. In the head of his corpse lies the seat of his soul. So you must carry his vessel to bring him back home.
No!
They can break you, but not your promise. Even death won't keep you apart. Through this darkness you will find him. In your sword still beats a heart.
This whole story is basically her shadow following her, and in this instance she's haunted by her past, it seems.
The darkness touched you. Everyone could see it in the hollows of your eyes. A gaze averted from life. You ran from it but brought it nearer, led it to him. An endless suffering worse than death. And you wanted to surrender, abandon to find peace with the gods. No. The darkness won't allow it. So you will walk into the lair of the beast. Look it in the eye, and you will go to war. This is your mission. This is your quest. There is nothing else left.
In her expression of hers, there's a lot of frustration, but a lot of determination as well. Because not only does she have to give up her feelings towards this fight, she needs to get rid of everything in order to fight this cruel battle she's going through. And you know what? It's really compelling how a lot of this story, you can really see the pain in her face.
Every gate you open into darkness brings another challenge.
Oh shit! Oh god, I forgot about this guy. Recover, please recover. Alright, recover, come on. Recover, recover, recover. There you go.
She's hurt. She's injured. She will make it.
Alright. So we gotta heal up first. There you go, we healed up enough. Alright, you big motherfucker. You know what they say, the bigger they are, the harder they fall on their ass. And you know what? If Muhammad Ali taught me anything, float like a butterfly, sting like a motherfucking bee. Let's go. No, you can do that all you want. I'm gonna take you from the back. That's probably something you don't hear often, but you're going to hear it today. Get booted. Alright then. Now we're on to something.
The journey to Helheim is never a straight one. Each must find their own path. Align yourself to its secrets. Find yours.
Yeah. Around this game, I've already noticed that there are some realities that are kind of broken into pieces. You need to distort you need to fix the distorted realities and bring them back to pieces. That way you can maneuver around the world. You know what? That's a very clever way of putting things. It makes the game a lot more immersive. Alright. We go up here. And we keep going over here. Oh, we got caught. There you go. That's 2. Alright. We got one more rune to work with. And that's up here. We got all 3. Alright. There's Hela's gate. And there's so many corpses lying in wait.
The gate. It's opening.
Who is it? It's coming.
That song again.
Is it?
It's Hela.
Yes, the source of the darkness. It's coming. This is your moment.
I'm sorry.
What are you doing? You're showing weakness. You're not a warrior. You're a disgrace. The gods will punish you for this. Pick up the sword. Pick it up. Fight the darkness. Fight it. Get up. Get up. Get up and fight.
Dude, Hela looks fucking terrifying. Considering how they built her up to be, she is very terrifying.
Stormy seas and lost souls. She's dreamt of this before. They say dreams are visions of our memories, thoughts, and fears, as seen by our inner eye. But what if each one of us is always dreaming, even when awake, and we only see what our inner eye creates for us? is what hell is. A world shaped by Senua's nightmares. Maybe that's why people feared seeing the world through her eyes. Because if you believe that Senua's reality is twisted, you must accept that yours might be too.
You failed the gods. You're pathetic. Rotten. Cursed.
This is new. I actually never saw this perspective.
What were you thinking? Did you really think you could win? How stupid can you be?
So stupid.
Everyone hates her. She's cursed.
The shadow hates.
Look at you. A warrior. Worthless. Weak. Pathetic. Go on. Feel sorry for yourself, because there's no one left to do that for you.
Everywhere. What's that?
Take it. If you're too much of a coward to fight, then end the suffering. Broken and lost. Just like your sword.
Come on. Dare.
That last scene I did mention, I have not seen that scene before. That one was actually new. Either I wasn't paying attention or it was always there, but I never saw it.
When you give everything and face that which torments you, only to find that it is worse than you could have imagined. Why go on? Is it really so weak to ask this? Or are we just so afraid of the honest answer that we do not dare pose the question? Sometimes the answer lies in a memory, a feeling, a song.
It's not real. It's a trick. It's not real. It is real. Listen to it.
Don't give up.
Daddy. Daddy, it's
Not like this.
It's not real. It is real. It's a trick. Don't trust it. Maybe you're already dead. Who are you?
Do you still believe in yourself?
No. It's
Enough.
It's a trick. She knows it's a trick. He's already dead. He can't be here. It's impossible.
Come to me. Please.
The light. Go towards the light. It's him. There he is. It can't be him. It's just a trick. It's in your mind. No, he's here. It's in your mind. It's real. It's happening. Go towards it.
One of the crazy things that I noticed going into this is the fact that once I found out about her mirror, when she is the one that she talks to the most, she is the one self-deprecating. And I've mentioned before, my captures were fucking corrupted. Her way of self-deprecating is almost similar to that of how we self-deprecate. It's very similar. We speak through a different perspective, not of our own. It's almost as if we're talking to a clone of ourselves. We are criticizing ourselves very harshly, but at the very same time, we are practically crashing down on our own beliefs and our own misfortunes, our own mistakes. Many people can harm us with their words, but we hurt ourselves a lot more.
Before she first met him, she was not in a good place. Just a teenager, but not like the others. Barely functioning, she rarely left the house. Her father's in-bell made sure of that. Only occasionally did she venture out on her own, collecting firewood and herbs. Errands out in the Orkney Plains. That was her world. Like this one. Barren and lonely.
It's already disappeared. Nothing lives here, not even you. It's in your mind. You think you can see it, but it's in your mind.
There he was, the lone figure of a boy. Sword play under the shade of a tree. She remembers the first time she saw him. To her young eyes, he moved as if dancing. And the world danced with him.
He's there.
The glue lifted. For the first time in years, she felt
You have to keep Dillian going.
a ray of hope.
Now, one thing I really want to highlight as we continue through this episode is look at the expression on her face versus what we saw in the beginning of the game. There is less fear or less uncertainty in her expression in this shot than there was in the very first episode. And that's the one thing I really want to highlight, is how much the journey has really affected her throughout this entire period of time that she's been going through hell for the sake of Dillian. And that just lets you know the hardship that she's had to accept. Especially because Druth did make a point that she's going to have to face a lot of horrors. And that she needs to keep her eyes glued to the horror in order to overcome her suffering. And that's what she's been trying to do. If not, that's what she's been doing throughout this entire journey. And you can see the battle scars already wearing and tearing through her body. For instance, that scar or that wound on the right side of her head. That is one of the biggest things that you see throughout the entire playthrough when you get up to this point, is how much she's changed. Rather than maturing though, it's more or less she's just accepting. She's already a very open-minded woman and fighter, but it's the fact that she knows that this suffering is there. She's been inadvertently trying to run from it. But Druth, as well as Dillian, is trying to lead her to walk forward, to take it on, handle this hardship. Druth is her support, but Dillian is her reason. Ah, shit, that's really bright. Oh,
Where are you going? Where is she going? What is she following? You can't even fight. It's just deception.
How does he so effortlessly court the world and bliss? If only she could do the same. See the world through eyes anew. And dance with it. Just like he does.
this is the most visually appealing moment throughout the entire game, I feel. Just for how beautiful it looks. It looks so happy and so positive. So many things are right with the world, and even look at her expression. She's even in awe of it. This is by far the brightest moment in the game, just for how beautiful this entire scenery is. Everything about this radiates beauty.
What's your name?
Senua.
I haven't seen you before.
I don't leave home much.
Oh, Zeno's daughter.
I have to go.
Wait. Who taught you to fight like that?
No one.
No one.
Well, I watched you, and
You learnt all of that from watching me? You should become a warrior, you know.
me?
I'm Dillian. I'm here for the warrior trials. Just come and watch. And bring your sword.
You can't put it into words. That moment when you look into the eyes of the one who's supposed to reassure you, make you feel safe. It only takes an instant. Fear swallows you before you have a chance to make sense of it. And darkness becomes a part of who you are. But her world change the day the Northmen took him from her. Senua knows that there's no going back to how things were. That there's nothing to go back to at all.
Stay still, stay quiet, hide, don't tell her.
Their gods can see into your mind. They will use this power to destroy you.
They won't stop me. I can still feel him.
Whatever's left of him, they will never let him go.
I'm not gonna let him rot here.
You're the one rotting here.
Leave me alone.
You will die here.
No.
And all your suffering will have been for nothing.
Dillion? Is that you? I'll find you, my